episode of Roaring Tiger's Garage. In today's episode, we are going to align Jet's headlights. When I purchased the car, they had been changed out from the original kind of goldish, yellow, orangish bottom section here, and the guy before me put these all white ones in. But I'm driving down the road, and I can tell that these lights are kind of all cockeyed, especially when you go to brights. I think this one's up shining up to the northern sky or whatnot, so it's not right. Unfortunately, the manual tells you that it requires a special headlight alignment device that they have at the Porsche dealer, I'm sure, right? But what we're going to do is we're just going to shine them on the garage door and go, hey, where are they now? There are a couple indicators in here that will give you your lateral alignment here. There's actually a gauge in there. You probably always wondered what that little white tab in there was, and we'll show you close up. Here it is. And then there's also an adjustment for up and down, and I'm going to show you where that is inside as well. All you're going to need is a 5mm, you're going to need a long one though, long 5mm Allen wrench, and some masking tape to put on the wall or the garage door, just to know where you start and where you end up. So we're just going to kind of wing it and go, okay, they're aligned about the same, they're about the same height. The manual also says, make sure you got 75 kilograms in the driver's seat and a full tank of fuel and all that. Hey man, we're not looking for exactness, but we are looking for it to be close. So we're just going to use masking tape on the wall, mark where it is now, and go, where should it be? And then when I drive down the road, of course, it doesn't look right. It doesn't look right to me when it's reflecting off the shrubs and walls, etc. So here we go. After you loosen this up right here inside, just pull this back. And in here is where all your headlight stuff is. This plug right here is the one you pull out and put the tool in. That's just a levered cam that makes this whole thing slide out. But we don't need to take that out to do this. In here you'll see 3 plugs. 1, 2, and 3. This top one is for doing the lateral adjustment. The bottom one is for doing up and down. And then this one is for adjusting the fog light, and I haven't played with that yet and don't really intend to, but we'll take a look at it. So we're going to play in the top one here. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to turn the lights on, see where we are now. Right now, these little white tabs are nowhere close to 0. There is a 0 mark on them. So we're going to mark where we are on the wall, and then we're going to put everything, the lateral position, to 0. All right, there's the little white tab. Right now you don't see any black marks on it, except right at the edge of the glass. So we're going to adjust it here in just a second. This is where we're going to start off. You can see the left one, I put a blue piece of tape kind of right in the middle of the lump of light. And on the right, you can see it's clearly up higher and way off to the right. So I also put one right kind of in the middle of that, whatever had the most intensity. Now we're going to adjust the lateral back to 0. Alright, so you can see the white tab. It doesn't have any markings on it. So I'm basically going to adjust this light laterally, and you can see the white lines starting to appear, because basically the bulb, this is the right headlight, and it's starting to turn in to the left, and then see how the lines start to appear, and I'm going to bring it out all the way to 0 and kind of see what that does to us. It's a long ways, man. Alright, that looks like it's about right in the middle of 0. I'm going to do the same thing to the other side and then see on the wall what that did to us. Okay, our new locations. This was our start point, and this is now where we are at 0. You can actually see it moved it in and up a little bit. Over here, this was our start, and now we're somewhere right here, which also went in and up. So one thing I'm going to do at this point is that I'm going to assume that this one's the right height for now, and I'm going to bring that one down to the same height as this. So I'm probably going to leave the lights on. See, and I made sure that the car was square to the garage door. This 0 happens to be right on this line right here. So let's get a piece of tape. And so the intention is we want to move that spot right here somewhere right here. So the other thing I did is I went to the back of the car and looked over the rear fender from the rear tail lights over the side mirror, the front fender, just to make sure that that spot where that tape was had about the same perfect line and angle on both sides. So I'm pretty comfortable that these are equal this way. And so now we're just going to raise this, we're going to lower this one down to that spot here. And now that I'm head on. So here we go. Now this is the lower spot. Oh, and I'm sitting on the car, so I'm going to have to change that. Okay. That looks like it's moving the light up. Let's go the other direction. Now it's likely that when these lights were out, someone was screwing with them to try to thinking that this is how you take them out, you loosen them up, and they were probably thinking they had a screw that they had to undo, and they didn't pull the plugs and do them correctly. So that's probably why these ended up so out of whack. But you can see it pretty simple. Look, I'm going to bring that down so it looks just like the other side. I'm going to call it right about there. Looks pretty good, huh? Here we go. Well, there you go, folks. This is probably the shortest Roaring Tigers video in history. But it really is that simple. Find some marks, kind of figure out where you want to go. Simple 5mm Allen wrench adjustment inside. I do suspect that whoever tried to take this bulb out of the original, this full lens out of the first car that it came out of, thought that those screws were the things you had to take out, because both the adjustments on here required the screw to go in a lot, counter or clockwise rotation. I also took a look at the fog light. Couldn't really tell on the wall what it was doing, so I just looked inside of that one and said, okay, where is it? And I basically just cranked on this one to about the same height. So the other thing I'm probably going to do is put Blanca in here and see where her lights shine up on here, looking at the lateral motion as well as height. Try to put the car about the same distance away from the garage door and see if that works. So there you go, folks. Hope you like what you see here in Roaring Tigers Garage. Please tell your friends and neighbors. Have them subscribe to our YouTube channel and Facebook. And we will see you next time. Till then,